Embargoed until 10:30 p.m. this evening, and we'll start online with Ian Ladyman of the Daily Mail.
Hi, Tyrone. A couple of very straightforward questions. The first one is your comments about Harry Maguire were very clearly very genuine, incredibly respectful. It's clear the fondness and admiration you have for him. If and when he regains full fitness, is it a matter of course that he resumes his partnership with John Stones?
Very good question. I don't think I'm qualified enough to answer that because I don't pick the team. All I can do is, and I know it sounds extremely boring, all I can do is try and train well and play well if I am called upon, to try and throw my hat in the ring for a starting position whenever he is fit. But like I said, I would hate to have to answer that question because I would hate to have the selection issues that the manager has.
Fair enough. Very diplomatic. The second question is about the Scotland game. Watching it yesterday, they played some quite direct football on occasion. Nothing wrong with that. If they were to play that way on Friday at Wembley, I'd imagine yourself, 6'5", you've played plenty of Championship football before you started to play in the Premier League. I would imagine you would quite fancy that kind of challenge, would you?
Yeah, I mean, like I briefly touched on earlier, there's not many things as players that are new to you when you go onto the pitch. So whether that be playing styles or things that certain players do, so we will be well prepared for however they play. But like I said, there's more than one way to skin a cat, isn't there? They can come and they can play good football. They've got really good technicians in their team. They can go long if required. So if anything, that makes them more difficult to predict what they're going to do.
Thanks, Ian. And take one in the room from Simon Peach of Press Association. That's the mic.
Hi, Tyrone.
Hi.
Just going back to the long route to the top, I saw Eastleigh Football Club post that 10 years ago you were there, and I looked into it, and you were playing the Falkland Islands, was it, in a friendly? Was that a trial?
It was a bit cheeky of them to post a picture of me in their kit because they turned me down as well. Yeah, I went on trial down there for, I think it was a few days, or if it was a few days spaced over a couple of weeks. And yeah, we played one game, but there was a lot of people down there trialing at the same time. And yeah, they didn't offer me a contract. But at the same time, that was for their first team, so I probably wasn't quite developed enough at the time. I think I was 17 or 18. So going straight into their team probably wouldn't have suited me anyway. But yeah, I see that they posted a picture of me in their kit.
Does it feel a bit surreal that 10 years ago you were helping the Falkland Islands tooled up for the Island Games, and now you're ready to face Scotland in a huge European Championship game?
Yeah, surreal is probably a good word, but then at the same time, it also feels very, very real. I was only speaking to my friend last night, I think, saying that it's almost weird that it feels normal. Not that I take it for granted, but I've been a professional footballer for a long time now, and sometimes when events or occasions like playing at Wembley in the opening game of a major tournament come around, it's a nice time to have a reflection on what is happening and what is going on, and it's been a great journey up until now, but I'm also looking to make it an even better one as well.
Thanks, Simon. Back online with David Friel from the Scottish Sun.
Hi, Tyrone, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, mate.
Good. You've mentioned John McGinn a few times. Tyrone, can you sum him up as a character, personality and a player? And also, I was watching something earlier where you said that John sits in the Scottish hotel watching the England Inside Training YouTube videos. So do you think he'll be spying on you this week?
Absolutely. I don't think there'd be a video that England put out that John wouldn't have watched. I mean, he watches everybody. He watches every country, I think. His knowledge and his interest in football is incredible. But he's a fantastic guy, and someone that I'm very close to at Aston Villa. He's a real character, a bit of a joker, a bit moody at times, but he's a fantastic player as well. I mean, his rise to where he is now and being a huge part of the Scotland squad and Aston Villa squad is testament to him and his work rate and professionalism as well. And I'm sure he'll be really enjoying the camp at the moment and being a part of a major tournament for Scotland, because I know how much it means to him. He doesn't stop talking about Scotland at Aston Villa, so I'd like to think he's talking about Aston Villa at Scotland at the moment as well.
Thanks, David. Next to Jacob Steinberg of The Guardian.
Hi, Tyrone. There's a lot of emotion and history behind this game. How important is it for you as a team to ignore that? Because you will go into it as heavy favourites on Friday. So how important is it for you guys to not allow it to become too heated on Friday night?
Yeah, I think a little bit like my preparation for the Croatia game, trying to ignore something usually makes me want to think about it more. If I walked into this press conference and someone said I couldn't look over in that corner, I'd be really interested to know what was over there. So I think it's more about embracing it, embracing the fixture, understanding the importance of what it means to the fans, but not letting that cloud any judgment or emotion that we may have or maybe feeling going into the game, because it is a big occasion for the fans and also for the players that are involved on both sides. But at the same time, we're there to win a game, and the best way for us to win the game is to stay composed and always be in control of our thoughts and our actions.
Okay, we're going to disappoint quite a few raised hands here. We've got time for two more, starting with Jack Rosser of The Standard.
Hi, Tyrone. There was a couple of questions asked of Harry Kane after the opening game and sort of the role he was playing and whether that dropping deep role that he plays at Tottenham is so effective for England. I just wondered what, as a squad, do you make of that sort of those questions around the captain?
Really irrelevant, I think, because I honestly, I think he's one of the best players in the world. I think so highly of him. And I also played against him second to last game of the season against Tottenham. And we tell you, when he does drop in, he's not a player that you can just let drop in, because if he turns and faces you up, he can also pick out pretty much any pass he wants to. So when he does drop in, it really isn't easy for a centre-half to go with, because you feel like you're going into a situation or an area of the pitch that you don't really want to go into. And it then opens spaces behind him and in behind where we got in quite a few times on Sunday as well. So I can't speak highly enough of him as a player and as a captain. So the question marks around him, real background noise.
Okay, thanks, Jack. And we'll finish with Craig Swan from the Daily Record.
Hi, Tyrone. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, mate. Are you?
Good. Tyrone, you've touched on a number of the Scotland squad during the conversation today. One you haven't is your old teammate at Bournemouth, Ryan Fraser. I think you used to call him the wee man. if that's right, can you give us a reflection on your relationship with him and what sort of player you think he is?
Again, I think he's a really top player, and he's been unfortunate with niggly injuries over the latter stages of his Bournemouth career and of last season. But when he is fit and when he is sharp and when he is on it, he's a real problem for anybody. You've seen in that season with him and Callum Wilson and the relationship that they had and the quality that he had with assists and goals for Bournemouth. That, again, and I know I keep talking about it, but that's a long list of Premier League international standard players that they've got. And he can hurt you on any given day. I'm sure he'll be loving being away with Scotland as well. Very proud of where he comes from. I'm very proud of the route that he took to the top as well. So again, I think top player and a really good guy as well.
Okay, everybody, we'll end it there. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.